Hello, everybody. It's DiddyGoops back again with another video. We're playing a 10-minute game here. I think this is episode number 87 of our series of 10-minute games against other people in the pool. And I'm sitting at around 2058, I think. And here we go. We're playing an Italian game. He went ahead with knight f6. There, of course, is the idea of the fried liver, but I'm always scared about funny things like Traxler Gambit and all that stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead with d3, a bit more of a quiet move. And he goes d5. D5, he's going to just take back. And if I take here, his queen's going to take, so not a great idea. I don't think I can play knight c3 just yet either. If I go knight c3, he's just going to take, I take back. And I have some funny little pawns here. Something I could try to c3 myself, though. Not knight c3, but with the pawn. And I think that might be what I'm going to go for. The idea just being to put the queen on b3. Definitely a move. Actually, he might have like bishop g4 pinning this down here. And that is definitely annoying. Um, maybe just knight d2, knight b to d2, but he goes with this move instead. I'll go ahead here. If he does this, though, can I play knight here? I think I would have that. Oh, wait. Queen here does run into the problem of just um, knight a5, which is a fork. But queen b3, knight a5. Do I have queen b5 check? Not only am I hitting the knight, but I'm also hitting the bishop. It's a pretty big fork. And I don't know if there's any way for him to save everything. So I'm going to go ahead and try this queen b3 idea out. And let's check it out. If he goes knight or bishop e6, I think I'm just going to have knight g5. And if he goes queen here, I'll just go ahead and castle. I'm all good and safe. If he just castles, I'm just taking this knight. He can't take back, or else he loses this queen. So I am threatening to just win a piece right here. If he goes knight here, I have queen b5 check. And I think I'm just winning off that. So let's see how my opponent reacts to this threat. I think bishop e6 is really the only move, or move this knight out, which I guess could go to f5, but he is dropping this pawn. I don't think he wants to drop this pawn. So maybe no, maybe he can't do that. That's pretty crazy. This is definitely a difficult situation for my opponent. I don't want to just sit here in silence, so we should keep thinking. So if I'm assuming bishop e6, and I go knight g5, if he castles, I'm going to go ahead and take. He takes over here. I castle. I feel good because, I mean, his pawns are a little bit messed up. Mine aren't, right? Mine is good. He does have this bishop looking here, and his rook's going to be looking at this square. But it should be fine, I think. After maybe like just knight d2 and putting a knight on e4, I should be all good to go. So yeah, I guess if this happens and we have two pawns over here, the best thing is just going to be to put a knight onto e4. Just put the knight in front of these two pawns so they can't move, they can't make cause any trouble. And my knight's in the center of the board, and he has no f pawn, no d pawn to mess with me. So I'm going to go ahead with this idea. Yep, he goes with this. I'm going to go ahead and just take here. And yep, he takes back. Right now, he is threatening to win this, so I think I will just go ahead and castle. He does have this knight a5 move, but I think I just go queen here. Oh, that's a bit tough. Let's see. If I go queen here, I guess he has b6. But then... Oh, I do have b4. I don't want to trap my queen, though. If I go queen b5 and he takes here, I think I'm going to take his bishop. Oh, no. I should go ahead and take with a pawn. Then I'm threatening to take this, too. Queen b5. Attacking both of these. There's no way for him to defend both other than b6. If he plays b6, I think I take here. He takes back with whatever, and then I have b4. So actually, this feels good. This feels good for me. So I'm going to try this out. b6 is takes. He takes with whatever. Oh, but if he takes with queen, and I play b5, he does have this check with discovery, and he wins my queen. So you got to be just a little careful. Let's see what he's up to though. Oh, he goes back. Oh, that's the other way to defend both. Seems good. Smart move. Smart move by my opponent. I missed that one, but it's not too big of a deal. We could just play bishop back here, but then he's gonna attack my queen, and I don't know where my queen is going just yet. Maybe just knight d2 is fine then. Knight d2, but yeah, if he starts attacking my queen, I do have to back up to a4. But once I'm at a4, I can just back up very easily. So I'll go ahead with knight d2. Try to put this knight onto e4, which is just an amazing square. And we should be all good. He's back. He's pushing me away. No worries. I feel safe enough. Not yet a problem. It is not yet a problem. If he takes the knight, I can take with the queen. And then put this knight here. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a plan. Once we get a knight here too, I have the ability to put this bishop onto this amazing square right here. And my rooks are connected. Oh, but he seems to have a bit of a different plan for me. He's definitely got a different plan for me. 3 attackers on this f2 pawn, which is annoying. I could go e4, and this pawn is saved. If I go here, what might he think? Oh, he's also attacking this thing here. That's a little funny. But if I go knight e4, right? I'm protecting this. I am also... I'm not really threatening anything. But I think it would just be nice to kind of just take here or something. I don't know. But then if I take here, he gets his pawn, and it's nice for him. So no, I don't want to take here. But this knight is just such a good knight. And if he tries to contest it by f6, I can go ahead, take with check here. He's going to back up. And I'm sure we can figure something out. So I'll go ahead and put this knight here. Yeah, I think it's a good square. We can also just put the queen on c2, and this is definitely defended enough. He goes back with his bishop. Very cool. I'm not sure why. Oh, well, he's opening up this pawn. Definitely see that. Yep, I definitely see that one. Something we could do is bishop here, but that doesn't do anything. That's the problem. You could just go queen here. Queen here, and then what? It's like looking a little silly that my piece is there. Or is it? I mean, now I just come back, and I guess I developed with tempo. Let's try it out. And his queen is mostly trapped. If he goes here, that's big danger, because I take over here. And if he takes back, I have this check. He takes, and I get this queen. So he's got to be careful. He's got to play h5. That's the only square his queen is safe. And he just find h5. Congratulations. Over here, I think I just back up with my queen. I think it's time for my queen to back up. Go ahead and just put it here. This seems fine. He can take my bishop. I'll go ahead and take back with this pawn. And it's unfortunate, but that we have double pawns. But my double pawns are way better than his double pawns, which are also isolated, right? So not as big of a problem. But he's going ahead and putting this rook over here. Definitely annoying. Let's think about this move. I guess we could play h4 here. If we play h4, we're definitely threatening knight g3. Right now, if we play knight g3, he's going to take this bishop. I take his rook. He's going to take with something, and he's fine. So not the greatest just yet. But yeah, if I play h4 first, he's got to do something about that fork thing. But I also don't want to put this pawn over here, because once my bishop has to move back, it's going to be a bit dangerous. So maybe my bishop just moves back here right now. Not a problem. Yep, and I'm still threatening this thing, so it's all good. If he takes this bishop, I think I play this first. Whoa, he's not even get here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this the thing immediately. It just is a fork. No problem whatsoever. And that should be good. That should be clean material. He's gonna back up just a little bit, but I think I'll just take here. Cool, cool, cool. And I think we could take this. Should we take that? I don't know. I guess, yeah, right now it is hanging. So I guess I'll go ahead and just take this here. It does fix this pawn structure up a little bit, but we're definitely fine. And now we just gotta play safe. I think it's probably important to get a rook over here. But he actually might be threatening this thing right now. So that's a little annoying. Actually, no, he's not, because if I do this, ooh, I almost mouse slipped, but I think I'm gonna go for this anyways. If I do this and he plays this move, I would go ahead and take. He can take back, but he's gonna be trading down some more material, and he doesn't want to trade down more material right now. So this is definitely fine. His knight's in a really weird spot because he cannot move anywhere at all. And actually, just realized that I just had this move then. Oh, he's threatening something for sure. If I go this move now, he will have this move, and now he's threatening checkmate. If I go this, then he can play this. Oh, I could probably just play queen with h6 then. So I'll go ahead and do this. And then I should just have h6 to be safe at all. If there's something like this. If I played g6, I was scared his queen's going to come here and his rook's going to slide over. And that might just be unstoppable. But after something like e4, I just have h3. And he has no way to get his queen into the square, right? My bishop is also stopping him from coming here. And yeah, this is definitely fine. His knight is hanging too. I don't know what he's going to do about that. Probably nothing. There's nothing to be done. That's unfortunate. If he goes here, I'll go ahead and take. He takes back, then I just take over here with my queen even. Because I want to go here and just trade off the queens if that's possible if he goes here. So we definitely have a game plan and an advantage. They say that the hardest game to win in chess is specifically. Oh, wait. He found something. But no, I'll just take this. Never mind. And now I'm attacking his rook and this. I thought he thought he found something at first because now his knight can't come here. But I'll just take over here. And if he takes this bishop, I have checkmate. So we're all good to go. We are all good to go. Well, honestly, I expected resignation at any time. Go ahead, Mokhtar Tomawis from the Philippines. Is that right? It's the Philippines. Go ahead and give me your rating points. He's going to go there. I'll go ahead and take this rook. Go ahead, take my piece, and I'll deliver checkmate. There we go. There still might be some mistakes on that board, so we got to go ahead and run that game review. Make sure everything's looking just perfect. And here we go. Unfortunately, it's the black screen, so we'll just go ahead and quickly fix that up. I don't know why it was working earlier, but now it just does not automatically work. But here we go. And it does look like, actually, at some points, black was completely winning, so we got to go ahead and make sure that was all good. Or we got to make sure that doesn't happen ever again. So I'm going through the opening. This is all normal. Like this, c3 is a mistake, actually. And apparently his best move was putting this knight back here. That does kick away my bishop, but I'm just going to go to b3 and maybe c2. But I guess this d3 pawn is kind of weak. So that could be the only thing I'm really thinking of. What's the best move actually here then? Just castling. Okay, castling. Fair enough. Bishop g4, rook e1. Okay. I mean, seems cool. Makes enough sense to me. Definitely makes sense. I feel like he's just gonna take here though. Oh no, my rook is just taking this. Never mind. Everything is under control. I'm wondering why can't he just take here? Oh, because of the pin. There we go. Okay, the computer did think this through, but castling actually makes a lot of sense. So, but we played c3, which is not the greatest, but he did find the best move. We found queen b3. He goes here, and I find knight g5. Oh, but there is just a free pawn. And not only is there a free pawn, I'm attacking the knight. Again, if the knight tries to go here and do this funny fork thing, I just have queen b5, and there's no way to save everything. It's very sad. If he goes c6, yes, he saves the knight with his queen. Very sneaky, but I just take this bishop. Something else he can do is, I guess, knight d to e7. But obviously this is very sad because after bishop takes e6, he's going to take back and use double pawns once again. And I also have an extra pawn here. Now I'd run away with my queen, maybe through a4, and I'm all good to go. Especially a6 actually protects this pawn too, so it's very important. That was the move. But I found knight g5, which is the second best move. No, it showed up for a little bit. I think they're all equal at this point. But I play here, and I take. And actually, this is minus 1.8, minus even more. This is actually scary. I guess I opened up his file, and maybe there is actually some trouble here. F3 is one of the best moves. Really just trying to shut down everything. But I castled. This is all fine. He plays this move. I find queen b5, which is a big blunder. A big blunder. And that is because after bishop takes f2, I take. He takes, I take c6. What? But queen f6 is for sure strong. And after I go back to g1, he has rook f8. And I need to protect this stuff. Only way to protect checkmate, because even if I protect this square, right? He has, even if I protect this square like this, he has queen f2 check. I move over, and he has check here, check. And that's forced checkmate, so I can't just protect that f1 square only. So the only move that is left is this. But this is still very problematic because I mean he says queen f1 even. Queen f1 putting me on h2, and he could just slide over to this rook over here. I guess, yeah, this is something that's coming up after this happens, and if I take with like a pawn, rooks is coming here, and this is a big problem. Big problem. So I guess definitely he had something, but what was the best move to stop this? I guess just queen c2 and make sure that this is all fine. Because there's a lot of attacking going on. He is ahead in development. All his three minor pieces are out. His rooks are connected. His queen is ready to jump in. And of course, his rook is on a semi-open file. But my pieces have not moved yet. So I should have actually noticed. Look at the development. And this is an open position. I play this, though. And he finds bishop b6, which is unfortunate. It's a miss. But it is probably the second best move. It is the second best move. After that, I find this. And things are looking a little bit better because now if he does something like this, and queen here check, I have knight f3, and I'm more developed than I was earlier. This is definitely better. I just have to move my bishop over, and my rook is ready to come in. Very different position from earlier. So see, literally just moving this one knight to d2 completely changes the position. But over here, he plays c6. I have to move my piece out. And over here, I find knight e4, and all of a sudden, everything is shut down because I have achieved development. My knight is perfect, it can never be bugged out. And of course, it's protecting f2. Now, my bishop can also come into e3. It's very easy. He plays this move, which doesn't make much sense. I find bishop g5, just in case he plays queen g4. I'll show you guys what I was looking at once again. I take here, and if he takes back, I'll say with this pawn because it just looks a little bit prettier. I have knight f6 check, and after he takes back, maybe not with that piece. That's piece is fine. I just take his queen, and that's unfortunate for him. So he did find queen h5, but after this, I just finally moved my queen back to c2, and I have definitely equalized. He still has a lot of development and a lot of initiative, but I am protecting everything, right? My bishop can definitely come back to e3 and just be safe here. I've equalized. He plays this move, and over here, I play just bishop back. Best move apparently was bishop c1, which is really sad. b4 is also there. I don't really want to play those moves, though. But this happened, and he plays rook a to f8. And I find knight g3. That works. Maybe first if I play this move, and then after this I still have the fork. But I did find the fork first, which is still fine. It says it's a great move. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely great. And after this, I can just simplify, and I am just up material. There's not a problem at all. I find b4 here, which just traps his piece, and everything is fine. h3 is the perfect move to escape over here. If I play g3, it's our advantage is still there, still present. We still have plus 1.5, but it's a lot closer after queen h3. And if I try to take this knight, he could have just rook h5, and I'm getting checkmated. So still got to be a little careful. But h3 is the perfect move, and he's got nothing left, and that's just checkmate right there. Going back to the very beginning, this is, I guess, just an opening that I'm not as familiar with. c3 is just a mistake, and it's because of this d3 pawn as well. It's just like eventually becomes a sort of target. A lot of times I just had to make sure that this pawn isn't just dropping, and of course his knights are just bugging this bishop. It's just better to get the king castled, put this rook on e1 because his king is still in the center. This makes a lot more sense. But I find all this, knight g5 is okay, but there was just a free pawn. Should have taken the free pawn. But other than that, it was mostly fine. But I should have thought about my development for sure. He is so far ahead in development, and I had 2 pieces developed, and out of those 2 pieces, I just threw another one of those pieces away. So I only have 1 piece developed. This is a big problem, big no-no. But we were able to figure it out because my opponent was a little slow in really doing this attack, and he unfortunately blundered a fork. But at this point, even if he hadn't blundered this fork, we've definitely equalized. We have development. He has a bit of a messy pawn structure, so eventually we should still end up squeezing out of win, but definitely a tougher game than if I just taken the free pawn or just played smarter and made sure that he's not getting all this initiative. But other than that, I think that should be it for this game. This was Italian game 2 knights, modern bishops opening, and we won. So we got another few points, and we're at 2068 now. So upper 2000s, which is pretty cool. But that should be it for this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.